Today we're going to talk about bridging in foster care, my experience of it, what it was like. Let's go for it. Put your hand in mine, follow me, let me waste your time. Hello and welcome to the video. Bridging. If you don't know, I am a foster carer in the UK and relatively new. I've been doing it for just over a year now, and I have just been through my first bridging. It could be that they're going back to birth parents, mum and dad, or mum or dad, whoever. It could be that they're going to a family member, maybe grandma, granddad, auntie, uncle, someone like that. It could be that they're going to long-term foster care, and it could be that they are going up for adoption. I'm not going to talk specifically about where my children went, but I experienced two different ones of those. Obviously each one is really quite different. So if they're going to a long-term foster family, they've never met them before, they have to kind of be introduced, and they could like they meet up for tea, like they go to the house for tea, or they go overnight, and it's kind of like a bit of a, I could say slow process, but it kind of happened over like 2 weeks. If they're going back to mum, obviously they know mum, and there's no kind of problem with that, but there's obviously like a bridging process where maybe they go and stay overnight with mum. Again, the same with sort of a family member. If they're going to nan, maybe they go and stay overnight for 2 weeks or so, not for like one day, like every Saturday or something, leading up to the move-in. If they're going up for adoption, the adoptees maybe come into your home and like see the nighttime routine. So there's various different, depending on where they're going, it's a little bit different, but essentially you're kind of just bridging that you know, they're with you and they're gonna transition over to these other people. I had 3 children with me from different families, and from 2 different families, and all of a sudden decisions were made on where all of them were gonna go, and we've just gone through the bridging process with them. I am, as I'm recording this, I am 2 days after some have gone, and 4 days after the others have gone. And I just kind of wanted to talk you through the process of it, kind of how I feel about it, how it went, just give a bit of insight really, because I know like I didn't really know what to expect beforehand. I think that maybe I didn't have a wonderfully positive experience of bridging. But let me explain. So like I said, I've got children from 2 different families, and all of a sudden these decisions were made on where they were going. And I think that for the children it was really good that the bridging was all done at the same time, because there was about a week where children knew what was happening and other children didn't, and that created quite a bit of just kind of weird, I don't really like that these children had somewhere that they were going and the other child didn't really understand it, and it was just difficult to kind of manage. And then once it was decided that actually everyone's leaving, it just made life easier in the house, to be honest, that all the children were excited to be going somewhere else. Logistically that was just difficult to manage. Like, I'm a single foster carer and trying to get like, actually these children need to be over here, and just like some of the children live like an hour away from me, and so getting them to contact and things and getting the other child, it was just like a bit of a logistical headache. And I felt like everyone was just saying, like, Sarah, you do this, be here, be go there, that it just, I was just like, ugh. It started to get quite frustrating, to be honest. I was just like, I'm one person and I can't do all of these things. I mean, I could, and I did, but it just got a little bit frustrating. And so there was that kind of logistic there. Also, it wasn't just like fostering, it was other things as well, just like managing your own life. Like, obviously I've got my own son who's 15. I don't know, it was just very difficult. It was only like for 2 weeks, and so you can kind of like accept, okay, this is just 2 weeks of here, there and everywhere. But it was like at weekends you've got to drive an hour to take these children here, and you've got to, it was just a lot, to be honest. Like, you've got yourself into this like nice routine with these children, and like, you know, they got contact on certain days, and you know, this happens, and then all of a sudden it's kind of like thrown open and it's all change, and just like adjusting to that. You don't really have time to adjust, to be honest, you just got to go with it. So logistically it was difficult. And then I think on like emotionally, it was quite a difficult thing like, all of a sudden, these children that I've cared for a long time, all of a sudden they're just asking me constantly, when are they going X, like where they go, because they, like, once they knew where they were going, they were just constantly asking me, when are they going, when are they going. It was just like, they completely just been like, done with you, Sarah, I'm excited now for where I'm going, which is lovely. And of course you want the children to, like, want to go. Like, it would just be awful if they were like, if they were upset about leaving and crying and not wanting to go. Like, that would just be horrible. You want them to be happy about going, but you do just feel a bit sort of like rejected, and you're like, oh, okay, fine. But obviously that's I'd rather that than them upset about going. But that was just quite difficult to deal with, just that you're just this little piece in the jigsaw, and that you're not that important in the grand scheme of it all. Like, whilst for the last, you know, 6 months, a year, whatever it may be, you've been important, a huge role in their life. But as they move up, like, I don't know, like, you're not that important. And I don't know whether we'll keep in touch with any of them or whatever, I don't know. But that was just like quite just an internal thing that I wasn't expecting to happen. It was like a weird feeling. And also, like, once you know it's happening, like, almost like everyone just wants it to happen. Like, the kids just want to go. And I'm not saying that I wanted to get rid of them, but you kind of just, once you've got a date of when they're leaving, you kind of just want it to, for me anyway, I know everyone's different, but for me, I kind of just wanted the time to go. I wanted to, I don't, be careful what I say to make this, it doesn't sound awful, because I didn't just want, obviously, you know, these children have been a huge part of our lives for a long time, and whilst you don't want them to go, you know, obviously they're going, and you kind of, once you know they are, you kind of just want it to happen. And that's just how I felt. I just wanted it to be, and it was kind of like the last couple of days just were dragging, and I think everyone was just kind of getting on each other's nerves a little bit. It was a strange one. And I also, like, packing up all their stuff and everything, like, that's just it's a lot to do in 2 weeks, to sort of like transition 3 children or bridge 3 children, pack up all their stuff, and like just get them here, there and everywhere. It's a lot just to manage, to be honest, and like packing up everything, and you have to do like an inventory of all of the things that they're taking with them. It was just busy, and I just think it was just like getting on top of me a little bit as the days went on, and I kind of just wanted it done. I did. I just wanted it done. Like, obviously dropping the children off, like, there was just little things that went wrong. That the date of dropping them off, it was organised for a Saturday, where it's not supposed to happen at the weekend because the social worker is supposed to be there. It was little things like that just would really frustrate me. Like, actually, I've geared towards this Saturday, that's what's happening, and I've arranged other things around that happening, and then is it going to happen? Can it not happen? Does it have to happen on the Monday? Like, it was just those types of things that just really frustrated me. But we sorted that out in the end, but it was all like very last minute. It wasn't until the Friday afternoon that I had confirmation that I could take them on the Saturday, which was just crazy. But it's that type of like last minute thing that quite stresses me out. But like dropping them off, we dropped them off, all of the children, at their respective places where they're going to be, and they were, obviously it was like emotional, and I had a little tear, but then kind of honestly we just like drove off. So one was on Saturday, one was on Monday, and then we've just been, it's now, as I'm recording this, you'll be seeing this a little bit later, but as I'm recording this, it's Wednesday morning, and so in the little bit of time I've had, we had a carpet cleaner. We cleaned all the carpets, like deep cleaned all the carpets, completely did a sweep through of the whole house, tidied all the house, like put all the toys away in the garage, cleaned everywhere. One of the beds was broken in the children's rooms. As we were clearing that out, we just discovered like the slats were broken underneath, so got rid of that, trying to like buy a new one ready for other children, been to IKEA to buy like a new mattress and some bits, and like just getting things ready. So the whole house has just been like a massive like deep clean, which is really therapeutic. I found it really a nice thing to do, like blank slate. And also we've just booked yesterday, we're going to Italy in like a couple of hours. We are leaving to the airport to have a little few days break in Italy. We're not doing anything, we're literally just gonna go. It's lovely and warm over there. It's about 22 degrees. of pushing 26, the highs of 26. We're gonna just go and eat pizza, go and eat pasta, gelato, stroll around, not really do much. That's our plan. And then I've said that I'm gonna go back on the vacancy list on Monday, so we're Wednesday now. We're back on, I think, Saturday evening, Saturday night, and then we're going to go back on the vacancy list on Monday, and I could get a phone call on Monday for more children. We'll just see. But just the bridging process, it's difficult, absolutely it's difficult, and it's still quite raw in my sort of thought processes, and as time goes on, I'm sure I'll be able to like reflect back on it with more clarity. But it was my hardest period of time, I think, as a foster carer. It's like, to me it was harder than when they first come, when the children first come and you're trying to get them into like some good like night routines and things. The last couple of weeks doing bridging was the hardest time I've had, I think. Let me know if you are a foster carer, if you've been through bridging, what was your experience of it. I'd like to know some positives, because I'm not very positive about it, to be honest. That it was just a hard, difficult time, and I just felt dragged in all different directions, and maybe that's just how it goes. Let me know if you have experience of it. But thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Stay tuned for probably some Italy vlogs, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.